Recording. There I am. Thank you. Thank
No
you.
problem.
Happy on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
For everybody that's viewing, this girl is apparently doing some really cool stuff on Facebook. I saw a poll or a list, right, of affiliate stuff for Russell Brunson. And I knew of a lot of people, but then I saw your name. I'm like, who's this girl? So I had to reach out and find out who she is, what she does, and how incredible the work that she's doing. Totally floored me. So I'm excited to hear about your story.
Thanks. Yeah. So I know I kind of came out from the land of invisibility and showed up on this top 10 list for Russell Brunson's book. I felt like such a badass. But truth be told, I'm a digital marketer. I do Facebook ads, I do sales funnels, design, all that kind of stuff. But part of the success behind my affiliate program is that I have learned the art, and Russell talks about this in his book, of building a culture of people, of raving fans. So my fan list, my following is really small, and they are die-hard dedicated. Yeah. So they just pulled it out for me. I sent some emails. I'm a copywriter, so I sent some emails.
Nice.
I have a big Facebook group of about 6,000 and an email list of about 10,000. So, those aren't small numbers, but compared to Grant Cardone and all those people,
That's pretty hefty. Yeah. So, can you walk us through how you started that list? Like, do you remember the first day you said, I am going to start my list?
Yeah. So, well, it's funny. I actually had a very convoluted route to where I am today. I started out as a blogger in 2007. I was a mom blogger. Okay. And then I became a blog designer and writer in 2012. I launched this blog called fabulousblogging.com, and I was really into SEO. And so I worked on my search engine results. I built a following of about, I got to 1 million page views. I got a big thing, but I had no list. Like all I had was it was all like views, traffic. And I did really well, but I didn't have a list, or I did, but it was like 500 people. And then I stumbled upon somebody, I don't know if it's Kimra Luna or somebody, and they're like, you got to build your list. I was like, I really got to get on this. And that's when I really started moving away from writing and blogging and into digital marketing. And that's when I started building my list.
So maybe the list is 4 years old, or?
Yeah. So the list, it's so funny. Last year, my list was at 3,000. So from 2012 to 2016, it took me 4 years to get 3,000 people. And then in a year, I've gone from 3,000 to I'm almost at 11,000, which means my marketing skills, the heat turned up really fast.
So that's, I'm sure, what everybody's going to want to know now. So
Facebook ads.
Yeah. Okay. So just running ads, running a funnel to your webinar, or just different blog posts or coaching things, or.
Yeah. So I started working with freelancers, women specifically, who wanted to become virtual assistants, designers, copywriters, things like that. So we opened up a program in March of 2016. And we got 30 people to sign up to that beta program. So that was great. That was to my list of 3,000. And we did it again in September. We got another 30 people, which was great, but we had doubled our price and not doubled our list. We got another 30 people. And then we said, you know what, we're going to build a funnel for this now that we've got proof of concept. Yeah. And so we built a funnel, and it just exploded like crazy. I did the automated webinar funnel. I worked on that thing so hard and so long, and I turned those ads on, and we went from 60 people in the program total to now almost 500.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then your Facebook group, that's pretty thriving, 6K in the Facebook group.
Yeah, it was all driven by ads. People would opt in. We'd invite them to join the Facebook group. Oh no, you froze. Are you there?
Okay, we're good. Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah.
Internet's really not our friend today. So we'd invite them in the email sequence, and that's how it grew.
And that's impressive, because that's maybe a year or less, 7,000 email subscribers, 500 in your paid program, 6,000 in your public Facebook group. That's quite the growth.
Yeah, we last month had our first $100,000 month in the business. So like, just to give you an idea, in February of 2016, no, January of 2016, I had set a goal. I'm going to have a 10K month, and I had a 9.5 or something. It was really annoying. And then February, March, April, May, all the way through September, I consistently made between $15,000 and $25,000 a month in my done for you services, because I still offer the done for you, copywriting, design funnels, and then my mentorship program.
Okay.
So I did that. And then when we turned that funnel on in October, my God, everything just kind of went out of control. And we proceeded to have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 months in Q4. And January and February of this year, we were 50, 60, 70. And then in March, it was 100K.
And that,
now, I don't know that it'll be 100K in April, but we're not at consistent 100K months. We're,
that's still healthy. That's
it's good. The profit, my accountant's always like, okay, revenue's fine. It's really showy, but like, what's your profit? Our profits are pretty healthy. Yeah. About 100,000 in revenue, about 60 of it is left over at the end of the month.
Nice. And the mentoring program is what the funnel is for, right? That you got the 30 people first, and then
I got another 30.
Yeah.
And then I turned the funnel on. Yeah. And now since then the program has morphed. So
right. Okay.
It was a $500 program. Then we added a bunch. We made it a $1,500 program. Then we brought the price back down because even though we had a lot of growth, there were probably 70%, 80, 90% of people who couldn't afford it because our avatar is not, they're not entrepreneurs. They're usually busy moms. Sure. So we brought the price down, which made it grow bigger. But then we had all kinds of new problems on our hand, like subscription payments failing. And so we're like, oh my gosh, you fix one problem and you cause another.
Right.
So we have rejigged it a bunch of times.
Okay. This is kind of really cool. Yeah. And so you ran your webinar through ClickFunnels, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So we ran it October through all the way to December, and then I turned it off because I just couldn't handle the sales calls. I did like 170 sales calls in like 8 weeks.
Wow. So they don't go through and then pay, and then they're part of this online course. It sounds like they have to go through some application process.
It was Russell's back-end webinar to application to call, to sales call. It was working great, but we were just dead from calls.
Yeah.
So we switched it to a subscription model with a lower price point where it was a buy now button, and we turned the funnel back on and people bought and we didn't have to do sales calls. So we were like, yay, problem solved. But then we had the problem of what every membership program has a problem with, which is, retention and people taking your content and running or signing up and like 3 hours later canceling and just getting 30 days. And, hindsight's 2020. We would have probably dripped out the content had we thought it through more, but they were just getting like insane amounts of content and support for $97 a month and then bailing on us. So we ended up with another like 200 members at $97 a month for January, February. And I was like, okay, turn that funnel off. We got to fix the next problem.
No more.
No more. So we turned it off. So we're holding steady at about 500 members. Some of those are on the $1,500 program, which was the original version.
That's a one-time payment.
That was a one-time payment. So they're still making their payments, right?
Oh,
because they had a payment plan.
Okay.
And then we have so there was about 70 people doing that. We have another 200 people on the $97 recurring, and they're still doing that. There's maybe like 250, 270. And then we have a bunch of new people. We opened it back up, but we completely changed the program so that now if you want the support, the ongoing part of it, you pay $199 a year. And if you want the courses, you just pick the courses that you need. And it's almost like an a la carte. So people join for $199 a year. They get the support in the group, and then they pick whatever courses they want. And it works so much better. We don't have ongoing subscriptions. It's lifetime access. It's the best of both worlds.
That's a very interesting model.
Working really well.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever done that, paid for something like that, or seen it before. A one-time annual fee. And you're just in there and you get everything that you give during that year? You get access?
So, well, in the year they get, so the network is really what we call the CYLL network. So it's a year. They get the private Facebook group. They also get small, we organize small accountability groups, almost like little pods, like of 10 to 20 people. And then they meet with them. We cover the cost of the software, and they meet via video conference at all different times. We also have a Slack channel with all different kinds of like cool topics. We also run job opportunities. So like if clients need designers, writers, we send all of that stuff into Slack, and they can get job opportunities. And then every week I do a weekly Q&A on Facebook ads funnels, and they can submit all their questions. That's what's $199 a year. Plus they get invited to our live events if we have them.
Okay. And all the 1,500 people and the $97 a month, they get access to that too?
Yeah. So when they purchase, they're what we would consider legacy members. Okay. And so they purchase the old, so they get this, this iteration of it. Yeah. The new people who are coming in at $199 a year, they oftentimes say, okay, I'm in. Now what do I need? And we say, all right, we got to about 25 courses here. You can pick what you need and buy it.
Wow.
Whereas before they were just getting all that content for $97 a month. It was insane amounts of content.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What inspires you to create so much content and give so much value to these people? Like what?
Well, it's driven by my own story. Okay. I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years. I got divorced in 2014. Also found out that I was pregnant about a month and a half later. It was a really tricky situation. I was in the middle of the divorce. I was pregnant, and I didn't have a way to support myself or get insurance. I had this side business that was making me, $1,000, $2,000 a month, but it was not enough to support my whole family. So I had to get an apartment, and I had to leave my 3 children with their dad in the good school district, in the good home. And I took me and my apartment, and I figured, okay, now I got to get on my feet so that I can get my kids and they can live with me again. Now, I saw them every weekend. I saw them during vacations, but it was the most excruciating decision I ever had to make, to go from stay-at-home mom, primary parent, to it was 547 days it took me. And I built a business so that I could stay home with the newborn and nurse the newborn and get my 3 kids back and get a house and get the right school district and all that stuff. So now, that was last April they came to live with me, and now I'm about to close on I've been renting a house, and now I'm about to close on my first house. I saved $80,000 and I'm buying a house. So wow. That story has driven me to make sure that as many women as possible don't have to make those really hard decisions. They don't have to choose between financial security and their family. They can build both. I'm just also a very prolific writer from back in my mommy blogging days, so I'm really good at producing lots of content in a short amount of time.
Sure. Wow. Now I can actually see where the following comes from, and then where the stickiness of you, because that story resonates with a lot of people, right? The triumphant winning journey, and then to couple that with your skill set, oh man, that's an absolute winner right there.
Yeah, so it has been a crazy ride, and our site just got a new makeover. It's called createyourlaptoplife.com, and it's basically just online business and digital marketing. And I'm getting ready to release a new program in May 1st called the Digital Gangsta, and it's all about like showing up when nobody thinks you're going to pull it off, and you just like come out from behind and go, oh yeah, really?
Yeah,
here I am.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So
that's how I found you. I just I saw something, then I went and then I saw that post. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it was funny because I actually emailed Dave, the guy at Funnel Hackers, who's the affiliate guy. Yeah. And I was like, I need a personal interview with Russell Brunson because this is what's happened. I just crossed my 100K month. I'm buying a house. It's because of my funnel. And I'm talking. He's like, well, Russell's really busy. And, you know, do you have 50,000 followers? I'm like, no, but I have 10 and they're really loyal. And they're like, well, he can't really fit it in. They're like, but promote his book anyway. And I'm like, I'll show them. Right. So with no advertising, no personal endorsement from Russell. And then when they released the top 10 and I was in 6, I was like,
take that,
I was as surprised as everybody else.
That's good though. Yeah. Cause that's how I saw it. I knew I had to reach out because there was something about you. And I've gone through the funnel of the laptop life thing. I'm like, dude, she's on point, man. The site's great. And I definitely had to reach out. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Story. I think it's very encouraging at the tail end of our conversation today, where was the meat. I think that is what, that is, right? That's why people like you, is because you're real. You're a real person who goes through the same struggle that everybody else is, kind of, and triumphantly came out on top. So I appreciate your time. This is awesome.
No problem. Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. Do you have any? I mean, we don't cater. We cater mainly to women. I mean, we have like 4 guys in the network. They're holding strong. They're like, I'm joining. I'm a guy. I'm a dude. We're like, come on in. You know, there's 4 of them out of 500.
I think there'd be more.
No, because all of my messaging and my targeting is geared to women. So you gotta have like a really strong sense of self to be like, you know what, I'm gonna join anyway.
Yeah. Those 4 guys are smart.
I agree.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
awesome.
I know you got a ton going on, so I want to let you go, but I just want to say thank you and keep up the good work. I'll be following you.
Yeah. Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
Okay. Bye.